I'm listening to the Breakfast Club.
Right.
I believe yesterday, or was it today? Yesterday. I think it was yesterday. And Freddie Gibbs come on.
Right.
And then they say something. They say, this is the first time y'all seen each other. I think y'all seen each other in the airport, and y'all got to speak. So how was that? Was that something that you wanted to do?
I mean, this the thing, bro. I ain't never had no issue with Gibbs, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I always knew he was gonna pop. He was gonna be on. And what I think about all this in music, or really any of this shit, street and everything, it just be a lack of communication.
Right. No, he said he was wrong. I think he.
Yeah, and I respect that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't understand it.
Right. Nah.
But from where he was coming from, that's how he saw it. But if we communicated, I could have been like, nah, bro, that ain't that.
You know what I thought, and this is me looking from the outside in, that's an insider looking out, right? I always thought that, I think that how Ross was, at the time, it was like you and Ross was taking shots at each other, right? And it felt like Meek kind of had Ross back. Right. And it felt like maybe Gibbs wanted that same thing for you, or you wanted that same thing from Gibbs. I think that's where the communication kind of, you know what I mean?
I think what happened on my end is that, you know, I was trying to get him a deal, which I wanted him to have, but I couldn't. So it was a lot of frustration there. You
and the right deal, I'm assuming.
Right, the right deal.
Right.
And it's just like, I didn't want to hold him up, and I'm like, bro, I don't try this every way. And it ain't that you not gonna get a deal, it's just, I can't get it.
But you've been young in that sense, you know what I'm saying? Like because you know what it is? You was really like the hottest thing in America.
And I'm gonna be honest, I learned a lot about that too, because I was in my own bag.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So I was doing things, but I was still trying to keep my career where it was at too. So I learned a lot from that experience, but I do feel like, you know, if you really got an issue with another grown man, when you see him, you're gonna feel like that. I ain't feel like that. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, what up? You know, it's like, because we had some good times. It was the miscommunication. By the way, every situation I ever been in the streets or music, has been a miscommunication or either somebody talking in between people. You know how it go. If I tell you something and you tell him, by the time they get over there, it's a different. And he said, what? You feel what I'm saying? And that ain't even what he said. You feel what I'm saying?
You know what's crazy to hear you say that? I'm listening to your music, and then I think you admitted to you being wrong in the Ross beef. Like you was just like that was crazy for Gibbs to say that to you. But then I'm listening to your music, and I'm like, oh shit! It kind of went through. I was like,
I feel
again this miscommunication.
Because again, I'm walking down South Beach, you know, leaving the club. We like 300 deep.
Right.
You know, I'm off that. We was drinking 1800 back in Quavo.
Okay.
I'm popping.
Oh yeah.
I'm out.
I remember this video.
King. You know what I mean? Malcolm X shit.
Yeah, you coming out of Cameo.
I'm just talking. You know what I mean? Whoever wanted, you know what I mean, they get it. Next thing you know what I'm saying?
It's Ross and them taking it personal. Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so, you know, I'm a man. I'm not going, it was an issue.
Right.
Again.
Right.
Wasn't no issue though.
Right.
When I found, you know, Khaled, shout out to Khaled.
Oh, Khaled made that right? Khaled made that right? I ain't gonna lie. Barbie cut you off a little bit, but me just hearing y'all together, like listening to y'all, I was like, damn, I'm so glad they squashed their beef. Word.
But that's the thing, like you know, unless it's family or money, it ain't no beef.
Right, that's real.
It's just miscommunications, bro. And that's the problem with the culture the way it is now. Like, you know, they ready to kill something about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't no integrity in that. You know what I'm saying? We done went to war as a country several times. And once you done doing what you gotta do, you still gotta figure it out. Because you gotta coexist. You feel what I'm saying? So even with the Ross thing, I would say like, it just took hip hop. You know hip hop?
Right, yeah.
Because I know hip hop because he was, I was working at his studio.
Oh, okay. He's the actual hip hop, the person, my bad.
He hip hop.
Okay.
And Khaled, because I trusted Khaled.
Right.
And he was like, yo, I just want to get y'all to sit down. But it's just like, you know, it's just like, I'm thinking to sit down is like me and like 50 of my homies or whoever he bring. And he's like, no, you got to sit down, just you and Ross.
Right.
And he was wanting to do the War Ready record. And I'm going to tell you the irony of that. So Khaled sat us down immediately. You know if you feel something, if it's an issue.
Right.
It was like, oh, you ain't say? I was like, nah. Oh, I ain't, you know what I mean? Right. So now we at that. So we chopped it up, you know what I'm saying? I had Avion back then, so we took each other's, drinks, swapped them out, took pictures, like show love.
Oh yeah, okay.
Right, but then let me tell you the irony of that. So we do the verse, you know what I'm saying? I went turkey ham on that motherfucker. But he wants to shoot the video. He wants to shoot the video in New Orleans. I think it's like Super Bowl or All-Star game.
Okay.
Why when they send the treatment, all the video is us and people around us shooting a bunch of real AKs. Oh, but they got blanks in them. So I'm just like, hey, so you at a video shoot all you hear is pop, 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 pop. But it's a war ready song with two people who just sat down prior. You know what I mean? So it was like, it was tense. You feel me? Yeah, it was tense, real tense. But shout out to Ross though, man. Like, even we went on tour and got money together, and we trade game all the time because all of us are not the same. You know what I'm saying? And everybody got a different skill set. Right. You know what I'm saying? He's good in his departments. I'm good in mine. You have other people that are good in theirs. So when you're able to sit down, chop it up, and talk about business and future shit, it's bigger than just music.
That's maturity too.
Right. It's bigger than music. It's like, yo, I'm doing this. Right. You know what I'm saying? You want to support here, or you want to get in, and vice versa. Right. And I think that's, at the end of the day, really what it's about. You gotta have money to live, money to survive. You know what I'm saying?
And money to have fucking fun.
Right. Yeah.
So I tell you something. I seen you since you came into this game. Last time I seen you, we was in LA. You were literally by yourself.
Right.
And it was the most peaceful I've ever seen you in life.
Right.
Like you were literally comfortable dolo. Like you walked in, you had a little bit of tequila, you were chilling, you stood aside, we had a drink, me, you and Fat Joe. Yeah. And then it was you just stayed the whole time just by yourself. Like I wanna say what's it called? When you Zen?
Yeah.
I felt like you had a meeting with Phil Jackson.
Yeah.
And then you came into this party. Like, where's this new Jeezy energy? Like I could feel peace in your life.
I never needed validation, but I think when you strip the stereotype down and go with what it is, being a man first, and I've been on the front line with anything I've ever been involved with. There's some people who like Pablo Escobar. I was like El Chapo. I'm on the front line. You feel what I'm saying? And once I realized that, when you get done paying for enough lawyers, you know what I'm saying, paying, lawsuits and all these different things because somebody around you reacted or done something. These civil suits, you're back against the wall. People suing you $50, $60 million. Right. And it just dawned on me like, you the one gonna make sure you straight. Right. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna take care of me. I don't need to get on the front line for you. Right. That's on you now. Right. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I just rather roll dolo because I know I got the S on my chest. Meaning like I ain't took nothing from nobody. Right. I'm a man of integrity. You ain't gonna go in no hood, no block. I mean, from here to Lauderdale, people knew me before rap. Right. For getting money and being who I said I was. So they have respect for me. So even if I'm in somebody's city, I'm still good because it ain't no bad energy like I done something or took something from you. And then when it comes to, the other stuff, like the rap shit, I don't move like a rapper. I move like a grown-ass man. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't playing. You feel me? Like, that's that. Whatever it's going to be, it ain't going to end here. Right. You know what I'm saying?
But it has to be some type of super growth, because I remember me first time seeing you and in Atlanta with BMF all over. I'm talking about it's BMF shirts all over.
Here in Miami, crazy,
all over. And like for you to go from that and be that comfortable there, and I can see that same comfortability with you by yourself.
I mean, it's peaceful, bro. I don't have to deal with everybody else's issues, man.
Because I'm not there yet. By myself. I'm almost. I'm not there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting lighter and lighter. It's like
ain't but 3 other seats in the Maybach. So
exactly.
He regressed, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, we go lighter. But go ahead.
I mean, I just feel like you just come to a point where you good with you, man. It's like that's real love, bro. Like when you got self-love, you don't really need no validation from the outside. I just feel like that. You know what I'm saying? I know I like to do what I like to do. Everybody might not be into that. Right. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to a party dolo and sip champagne and nod with Nori without it being uncomfortable. You like, yo, who is all this? You know what I'm saying? You got your people there and, Fat Joe come around, so it ain't extra. Right. And when you get to a certain point of the game and you risk it all like I have, and you don't want to lose it all, you don't even want to play like that no more. Because it only take you one time, you're up out of here, you're going to lose everything you got.
Right.